What is up, my butter biscuits? Y'all, I do apologize if there's like a weird background noise. My computer is making some type of sound. Like it literally sounds like my stomach when I'm hungry. I don't know why it's making that noise. I think the fan is like broken or something. I don't know, so I do apologize if you guys hear that. Anyways, as you guys can tell by the title of today's video, it is my month's anti-haul. This is probably going to be my very last month giving the anti-haul spiel. Like I feel like I've been doing this on my channel now for years, so I feel like everybody should kind of get it. Even though I still do see comments of people complaining about things that I'm not going to be purchasing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, y'all. I have to keep it real with you guys. I find it so frustrating that it's like, this is my channel. This is my opinions. These are just things that I don't like. And people still want to like get crazy with me over things that I'm not going to buy. I'm like, why does that offend you? Like, I will never understand. You will never see me watching other people's anti-hauls and trying to argue with them on like, no, you should buy this product because of this, this, and this. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I would never do that. And people stay doing that to me. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. So this is probably going to be my last spiel about an anti-haul. As you guys know, I say it every single month. Picture yourself just shopping with a friend and you're just like, hey girl, what do you think about that palette? And I'm just like, oh no, that's way too overpriced, or no, that like looks ashy, or I don't like the color story. You know what I'm saying? That's literally just it. Like I said, this is probably going to be the last month that I give that spiel because I'm really just over. Oh, excuse me. Oh my gosh, I'm really just over it. Honestly, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm tired of repeating myself. So anyways, y'all, in today's video, it's going to be my anti-haul. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you guys I cannot talk today. I drank an expired Mountain Dew Rise and I'm like, it got me tripping out, y'all. My eye literally started twitching. I don't know if it's because like it's expired. I don't know what the hell, but my eye literally just started twitching. I was like, oh my gosh, is my eye gonna be twitching on camera? Anyways, if you guys like this video, make sure you guys give it a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. And let's go ahead and get into it. I feel like this month I actually got quite a few products on here. Normally I have like 6 or 7. I think there's like 10 this time. So I'm gonna try to like breeze on through it. Y'all know that I ramble, so I do apologize, but I'm gonna try to be fast and just go right on through it. So we're gonna go ahead and start this off with Tarte. Tarte is coming out with a QVC collection, and I'm specifically talking about this palette right here. That's the main thing that I'm just like, no, I wouldn't purchase. Those like, I do not know how to pronounce it, but like maracuja, is that how you say it? Maracuja? I don't know how to pronounce that, but those I've been wanting to try. They actually had them on sale at Ulta and I was gonna purchase them, and then I like literally fell asleep. And then the next day they weren't on sale, so I don't know if it was like a glitch or like what was going on with that, but it was like 20% off or something like that. I don't know if it's just my app or whatnot, but I didn't purchase them. But I do want to purchase one of them though, because I see everyone talking about them on TikTok and they like look absolutely amazing, like super hydrating, super pigmented, and I really want to try them. But let's talk about this palette right here, y'all. Like this is a 6-pan eyeshadow palette, and look, I know that it's Tarte's vibe. I totally get it. Like they're all about that just kind of like effortless type of makeup. They don't really like drama. I totally get that. However, this palette to me is just so blah, so dull, so boring. And I feel like I've seen this from Tarte so many times and I'm just kind of like, why do brands consistently come up with the same exact things? They just change the form, like the form of the layout. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be like a square eyeshadow palette or a circle eyeshadow palette or like a rectangle eyeshadow palette. It's like all the same thing, just in a different form. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just kind of like over it. I don't know. This is just so blah to me, and this is an absolute no. And here we have Melt Cosmetics Sex Foil Liquid Highlights. This is like multi-purpose. I guess you can use it throughout the body. Y'all, let me just tell you guys, like, I don't know if any of you guys are like me out there, if there's any guys out there. Does any guys wear any type of like body highlight? Because I found, being that I am like so hair, oh, wrong arm to show. Oh my gosh, I'm tatted on both arms. I'm really hairy, okay? And I feel like if I put anything like sparkly on there, it just looks a hot mess. Like I would not put that on my body because I'm a beast. You know what I'm saying? These obviously I think you can use on the face as well as the body. It's just not for me. This type of product is not for me. You guys know that I don't even like a liquid highlight. I really just like a natural soft powder highlight, and that's pretty much it. So this is just not for me. Although I will say, if you guys are into this, they do have a lot of beautiful shades. Those shades are super beautiful, and I feel like they have so many like different tones that they work for every skin tone. So I will commend them on that. However, these are $39, and it's just not something that I would use. Being that I am a guy and being that I am hairy, I have tried using like body oils before, and I don't know what it is. Like I just feel like it looks, I don't know. I can't describe how it looks. It just doesn't look right. You know what I'm saying? Like on hair, I don't know. Maybe if I was hairless, but y'all, I'm just a big old bear, and that's just not for me. And honestly, I wouldn't even use this on my face because you guys know that I don't like liquid highlighters, especially being that this is $39, so it's just a no. I forgot to tell y'all, I'm so sorry in the beginning of the video that I didn't do a full face of makeup. Y'all know normally I like to bust out a look for my anti-hauls and for my new makeup drops. Are they bops or flops? However, I'm going on a last minute trip to Vegas tomorrow, and I just don't have the time today. So I was like, let me just do this video just with my like foundation, bronzer, and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I do apologize that I didn't do a full look, but next month I will. Anyways, next up on the list right here, we have this Jurassic World collection by Profusion. Y'all, I am so sorry that maybe I'm going to sound like way too blunt and way too harsh, but I absolutely hate this collection. Like, I just feel like it looks so cheap, so tacky. I don't like anything from it. I don't like it at all. Like, I really do like Jurassic Park. I do like Jurassic World. But this is just no. Like, it's just not my vibe as far as a makeup collection. I don't like it. I don't like the palette. I don't like anything about it, y'all. To me, it just looks really cheap. And I mean, well, it is really cheap, which, hey, I can say, hey, at least the price point is there, but it's just not for me. I don't like the color stories of any of these products. I don't like the packaging of these products. I just don't like it. So this whole entire collection is a no for me. Next up on the list, we have e.l.f. Luminous Putty Blushes. I always kind of have like a cream blush in my anti-hauls, and the reason for that is because my skin problems, y'all. If you guys do not know, I have like broken capillaries. I've been getting IPLs. Speaking of broken capillaries, every time that I watch a English YouTuber, I feel like I'm saying capillaries wrong, but they say it so different than how we say it in America. You know what I'm saying? But they say it way different, and then I like literally Googled it and I push the button and it says capillary, so I think I'm saying that right. But anyways, because of that, every single time that I put on a cream blush, it just kind of like wipes off my foundation and clings to this area and just looks patchy and splotchy, you know what I'm saying? So this is the reason why I don't use any type of like putty blushes, cream blushes, liquid blushes, because it just looks weird on my skin. However, I will definitely say after my 4th IPL, my skin texture is getting better because of those broken capillaries. And on top of that too, I'm using like a whole new like skincare regimen. I was gonna say regimen. Y'all, why am I feeling like I'm saying everything wrong today? Anyways, I'm using new skincare products, and I do feel like my skin texture is getting better, and I think that I am getting to the place to where I can actually try to use cream and liquid blushes again. I have tried so many brands before because, oh, y'all, when I used to freelance, I just would always use cream blushes on my clients, and I'm like, y'all, it just looks so beautiful. I absolutely love it, but it never worked on my skin. So I feel like hopefully within the next couple months, you know what I'm saying, as my skincare like progresses and as my skin progresses, I think that I'll get to the point that I can use it because I do notice that my broken capillaries are getting better. And that's just a spot where it gets really splotchy and separated. So hopefully one day I'll be able to try these because I hear everybody online rave about them. But yeah, with my skin right now, it's still not fully there. I would definitely say it's about like, I would say maybe like 50% better than it was a year ago. However, it's still not there. But in the future, I hope that it gets there because I would definitely love to try these out. But as of right now, it's a no. Okay, I just had to throw this on the list of my anti-haul. Not that I paint my nails, not that I do my nails, not that I would ever buy any type of nail polish or like nail product. It's just not my thing. But I just had to throw this on here because I just feel like this is just so absolutely ridiculous. This is a Velveeta cheese nail polish. This to me is just, y'all, it's cheese scented. Like, I just don't understand. And see, this is what I was talking about before when I had mentioned about like makeup collaborations as far as like, the cup of noodles. I was like, okay, this is getting a little bit too out of hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just kind of dumb. And then they go and they come out with this, that like cheese smelling nail polish. I'm so sorry, but maybe my mind is just way in the gutter. But like, please tell me that if like you had a man or a girlfriend and they like, I don't know, maybe you had your hand on their face or something on it, or like just say for example, they're kind of like sucking on your fingers and then they smell that. Don't you think that they think that you're like dirty, that you're like, have some cheese fungus going on your fingers? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like that is just so disgusting. Like, why would you want your fingers to smell like Velveeta cheese? Like, that to me is just so nasty. And I'm so sorry, but if I put anyone's fingers in my mouth and it tastes like cheese, like I'm gonna be disgusted. Like, I'm gonna be like, where was this hand and what is going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there's some type of fungi on the hand. Why does your hand smell like cheese? Like, it's just weird to me. Don't like it. I think it is so dumb. I think it's so over the top. I feel like it's getting a lot of publicity for the brand because so many people are like, what? You know what I'm saying? But this is just an absolute no. And here we have another Coca-Cola collection. This is by Revolution. Y'all know how I feel about Revolution. I feel like Revolution is coming out with at least 3 to 4 launches per month. And I just think it is so absolutely ridiculous. On top of that too, Coca-Cola has done so many makeup collaborations that I'm just kind of like, okay, stop already. Like, we get it. This is the same old repetitive thing. Like, I think this is like after their like Starlight one. Is that what it's called? I don't know. I saw on TikTok of people trying these Coca-Colas and they're like, it tastes like space. And I'm like, how do you know what space tastes like? Like, where does that even come from? You know what I mean? But this is just a no. And on top of that too, like I always say, Revolution, I like their price points. I do feel like it's great that they are an affordable brand. However, they're just coming out with way too many collections. And when they come out with collections, they're like massive. You guys remember that whole Simpson collection? And I was like, oh my God, there must have been like 100 SKUs in one collection. It's just so like extra. And I feel like for me, somebody who like low-key has ADD, if I look at a collection that big, I get so overwhelmed. I'm just like, I'm over it. I don't want to buy anything from the collection because there's just too many pieces to look at and I don't know which one to like narrow it down to. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is just a no for me. Although I will say, kudos to them on making their collection a little bit smaller. At least in this one, there's only like 5 SKUs, you know what I'm saying, compared to their other ones, but it's just still a no. Like, I don't like it. Next up on the list right here, this is just a no for so many reasons. This right here is, I do not know how to pronounce this, Les Beige Water Fresh Complexion Touch with Micro Droplet Pigments by Chanel. The first reason that this is an absolute no is because it's $85. Okay, the second reason is I can just already tell by this type of product it is not meant for me. I think this is one of those products that is meant for somebody who has like perfect skin already, and that's not me. I am, like I said, I went through 4 IPLs now, and in my personal opinion, I kind of feel like I need maybe like 2 more to get to where I want my skin to be, as far as like my freckles and dark spots and or sunspots, I should say, and then my rosacea as well too. Like, this is just a no for me. And this is what it says right here: a natural and buildable healthy glow. Air fresh, I don't are freshing. I don't know, that's weird. Lightweight texture and a formula that helps you keep skin hydrated and protected all throughout the day for a natural, flawless finish in 16 shades. $85. It's just a no for me. The $85 is no. Y'all, recently I purchased the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I'm actually wearing it right now. I feel like my skin does look I don't have a highlight on, by the way. Like, my skin does look really good, like really, really glowy. I do like that, but that broke the bank right there, y'all. That was like 60, oh my gosh, what was it, like $65 or something like that? But I did get 20% off, and that to me was like, no. So can you imagine spending $85 on this? And I really do doubt that this is gonna provide any type of coverage, so this is just a no. Next up on the list, we have a new palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I really do feel like they're going back to their roots with this type of palette. It's giving me old school Anastasia Beverly Hills vibes, and I'm kind of like liking the direction that they're going back in, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like for the longest time they were just so out of it, you know what I mean? However, I will say this is not a palette that I would be purchasing because I don't like the color story. I feel like if you like earthy tones, then this is really pretty, you know what I'm saying? However, I am somebody who, I don't really like earthy tones. Y'all know I like crazy colors, or I like my neutrals, you know what I'm saying? Earthy tones and like olive greens and stuff like that. Yes, it's pretty. Yes, I may do like one look off of it, but it's not something that I'm going to reach for, so I wouldn't be purchasing this. But this is the Nouveau Palette, and I definitely do want to say I'm definitely curious about the formulation of this, because the last palette that I bought from them was like the Subculture and the Prism, and y'all, those palettes just, they were not it for me, especially Subculture. Subculture was just so horrible, and that was like, what, 6 years ago? And I haven't bought a palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills since, not including the Norvina, of course, because y'all know I really do like those, but those are like pro pigment palettes, so it's a whole different formulation than these right here. So I'm curious to know about the formulation on this, so if you guys do pick this up, make sure you guys let me know how you like it. But yeah, I will definitely say like the packaging is really cute, and I do like that they're going back to their old school vibes, but the color story is just not for me, and I don't like it. And here we have a whole Lilo and Stitch collection by Wet n Wild. I want to say there's one thing from this collection that I like, which is the bronzers. I feel like the tone, well, the bronzer and like highlight, I feel like the tones of those are so beautiful. I feel like they don't look too orange. Obviously, I'd have to see it in person. I may actually pick that up if I do see it in store, but the rest of the collection is just a no for me. I really do like Lilo and Stitch. However, it's just not something that I'm going to be purchasing. And on top of that too, I don't like the color story of the palette. It's just kind of like, yeah, it does have a nice little pop of color, but then I'm like, like it's just not something that I really care to reach for. I do want to say though, the sponge looks really cute because it does come like with a surfboard that you sit it on, and I think that's really, really cute. But overall, the only thing that really catches my eye is kind of like the bronzer and highlight palette. I feel like the tones of that look so beautiful, but the rest of the collection is just a no for me. And the last item on the list right here are new Pat McGrath Skin Fetish blushes. This is just a no for me because of the price point. You guys know that I'm always saying, like, honestly, I hate to say, like, justify, you know, Pat McGrath pricing as far as her eyeshadows, because $125 for a palette is just absolutely ridiculous. However, the product is just so insanely good. You know what I'm saying? However, I do not care about blushes that much to spend $44 on one single blush. I want to say like Lunar Beauty's blush palette is like, right? Isn't it like $44? Like $42 or something like that, and you get 6 shades. This is $44 just for one. And yes, I totally do understand that Pat McGrath is a luxury brand. I get that, but it's not something that I would pay for. Like, I don't like blush that much that I'm going to spend $44 on one blush. I don't care how good it looks. It's not going to happen. $44 for one single blush is crazy to me. And I do want to ask you guys' opinion about this with Pat McGrath. Do you guys kind of feel like her brand is kind of dying out? I feel like I don't see too many people talking about her brand that much anymore, even including the eyeshadows. I feel like for like the biggest time on YouTube and on TikTok and on Instagram, people are raving about her eyeshadows, and now people are just kind of like it's just really expensive, especially being that we are headed into a recession, y'all. Like, people are not going to be spending $125 on an eyeshadow palette. I've been getting so many emails from Pat McGrath that like 30% off this and 20% off that. Like, I feel like she's struggling to make sales, and I think that's because of her price point. So I feel like she needs to kind of do like a whole rebranding and drop the price down a little bit. I totally get it. Pat McGrath is a makeup legend, and her brand, honestly, everything that I've tried has been so amazing, but the price point is kind of crazy, y'all. $44 for one blush. Like, I feel like you could have like charged 35, and that's still expensive. You know what I'm saying? But like 44, it's a no. So anyways, y'all, that is it for my anti-haul. I feel like there was quite a lot of products. Sorry that I probably talked so fast in this video. I was really trying my hardest to just like hurry on and get through it because I'm a little bit in a rush right now. So make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions on everything. Make sure you guys let me know what you plan on not purchasing. Make sure you guys put the reason why. That's a whole lot of make sures. But make sure you guys let me know. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.